What's poppin' Rob Television? Welcome back to another reaction with your boys. You can see by the title, man. Yes, I'm back with another Luka Doncic reaction video. Now, for many of you guys who may know, but some of you may not know, Luka Doncic is currently my favorite player in today's NBA. Kyrie, I still got much love for Kyrie, but Kyrie just been on a whole different wavelength. And when you get to doing all that stuff to where it starts to interfere with your own court, when it gets to affect the stuff that you do on court, like it kind of starts to really just make me lose respect for you, because it's like at the end of the day, when you playing for a team, it's much bigger than you. You got to be able to show up each and every day for your team. It kind of like, when you start doing stuff like that, it kind of starts to rub off as a selfish player. So, I'm not going to never take nothing away from his physical ability on the court. But Luka so far right now is, who I've been rocking with. But this video is titled Luka Doncic is going to take over the NBA. And I guess it's going to be showing why, which I already know he is the future. So I'm interested in watching this video. But before we get to this video, man, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, click that post notification bell to even notified on all things Rob Television. Let's check it out. All right, you guys, do me a big favor, man. Before you get into this video, if you haven't already, man, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. All the links will be down in the description. And if you wasn't notified on this from my previous videos, I also have a PayPal just in case you guys want to donate. Whatever the amount is, it don't matter. It could be 50 cents. You know what I mean? If you want to donate that, make sure you show me some love on that. PayPal link will be in the description as well. All my links for everything is in the description, man. Make sure y'all show that some love. Let's get into this video.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm back with a video. This time once again we're gonna look at NBA superstar, that being Luka Doncic. And Luka right now is already established as one of the best players in the game, and at 22 years old, the sky is the limit. But I think coming this year for Dallas and Luka, there's gonna be some big time changes and some big time surprises. In my personal view, this year is Luka's year to take over the NBA and really plant his flag as a top 3 player. And looking at his career so far, he's played 3 years in Dallas, and really, he's overachieved every single year. But I think coming to his 4th season, the honeymoon phase is kind of over, and Dallas has some real expectations. Now, as you guys know in my videos, I love NBA history, looking for patterns, and trying to predict the future. And what I saw with a lot of great players, their 4th year in the NBA was a big-time statement year. For some of the best players of all time, you can look to Jordan, 1988, he was the MVP, as well as the Defensive Player of the Year. Kobe in 2000 was an NBA champion and averaged 23 points per game. LeBron in 07 made his first NBA Finals appearance and had a great playoff run. KD in 2011 averaged 28 points per game, and his OKC team won 55 games. Steph in 2013 had a breakout season, averaging 23 games, and led Golden State to 47 wins. Looking at all 5 of those players, in their 4th season, something drastic happened. Either they won some big-time award, they won a championship, they made the finals, or their team took a big leap in wins. And back in Luka's rookie year, he actually played with Dirk Nowitzki, one of the greatest big men of all time. And looking at Dirk's career, also his 4th season was his breakout year. In 2002, he averaged 23 points per game, was a first-time All-Star, second-team All-NBA, Dallas was the 4th seed, and he averaged 28.4 points per game in the playoffs. So looking at the parallels for Dirk and Luka, I think at this point in time, Luka Doncic is going to have an 0-2 Dirk type season, or his team takes a big leap and makes a deep playoff run. And right now you may be saying, I'm crowning Luka Doncic too early, he's too young, and these comparisons are simply unwarranted. And I 100% understand that, but let's keep in mind Luka, for a 22-year-old, is something phenomenal.
Yeah, I was going to say now, in Luka's defense, Luka has had some pretty good years these first 3 years in the NBA, but you got to understand, too, where he was going. I mean, the last 2 years, he's playing the Clippers, and you look at, Dallas team compared to the Clippers team. I mean, you pretty much figure who was going to win, but I feel like, he played better than what and I'm pretty sure many others expected. Like I said, my biggest thing with Luka, man, they want to get some little surrounding pieces by Luka. Now, I'm not going to necessarily say he needs another superstar, but he needs a couple other people who are good at playing their role. They're not trying to do too much. They play their role. He's going to need to be surrounded with that before he can really just make a push, because his individual game is already there. But he's going to need the surrounding pieces that complements his style of play that takes him to the next level.
Looking at his
as far as a championship contender team.
33.5 points per game. That is second all time. He averages 9.5 assists, 8.8 boards, won 49, 39, and 60 splits. And already, he has 5 40-point games, 3 30-point games, 3 triple-doubles. He scored 46 in Game 7, the second most ever. And back in 2020 versus the Clippers, he had the game-winning buzzer beater in Game 4. So looking at playoff Luka, he has no struggles, and there's absolutely no drop-off come playoff time. Now getting away from Luka, let's look at the 2022 Dallas Mavericks and how they've retooled and improved. Coming back to the team, they have Tim Hardaway, they have Jalen Brunson, Dorian Finney-Smith, as well as Porzingis. One big-time pickup they had was Reggie Bullock, who's a 40% three-point shooter. And looking at all those players, for a deep playoff run, I think they're more than capable, and they provide Luka with immense spacing. Also, they have a new coach, that being Jason Kidd, who's alright, not great, but I think compared to Rick Carlisle, who's there for 11 years, some fresh blood, some new energy, will definitely do Dallas some good. So I think this Mavericks team is retooled, they're improved, they're not great, but for Luka's standards, he could definitely carry them possibly to the Western Conference Finals.
I don't think so,
And when you
man.
start making playoff predictions, looking at seeding, looking at the matchups, I see very few teams in the West with a one-on-one defender who can stop Luka. In Utah, there's nobody. In Denver, there's nobody. With the Clippers, maybe Paul George. With the Suns, I guess you have Bridges. Portland, you have Covington, maybe. The Warriors, you have Andrew Wiggins, possibly. With the Lakers, you have Anthony Davis. Your best bet to stop Luka. But I mean, for most of the Western Conference playoff teams, Luka Doncic is going to have his way on offense and get whatever he wants. And that is a big-time reason I think Dallas is a sleeper in the Western Conference to have a deep playoff run. Luka's going to carry them on offense, and his shooters are going to knock down timely shots. Now, why I think Luka at 23 years old...
this is just... That's just a thought. I gotta address what my man said. He said, with the Lakers, you got Luka Doncic. I mean, not Luka Doncic, but Anthony Davis to put on Luka. Bro, you realize that Luka bread and butter is outside the perimeter. So if you take Anthony Davis from the paint and put him out there on Luka, now that makes the paint, it makes it fair play now, because you ain't got I'm pretty sure the number one shot blocker on that team. You take him out the paint, now you got people that's free to go into the paint with will. Like, come on, man. Like, you obviously know they're not gonna put no Anthony Davis. Now he might end up on him off of a switch, but they're not gonna intentionally say, Anthony Davis, you go out there and hold him. Come on, man. That would be annihilation, bro.
Old has the ability to carry Dallas is because on offense, his arsenal is virtually unlimited and very near being flawless. This past year in 2021, Luka was among the league leaders for a variety of shot attempts, looking at pull-up jumpers, pull-up threes, as well as mid-range makes. Looking at pull-up jumpers, he ranked first in the NBA at 324 made field goals on 42.1%. The players behind Luka were Chris Paul, Dame Lillard, Devin Booker, as well as Steph Curry. When it came to pull-up threes, Luka made 185 field goals, that was third, on 35.6%. The two guys ahead of him were Dame and Curry. The two guys behind him were Tatum and Zach LaVine. Looking at both those lists, Luka is among the best shooters in the NBA on pull-up jumpers as well as pull-up threes. And being mentioned with Steph and Dame when it comes to shooting is a pretty good sign for a young NBA superstar. Now, also looking at the mid-range, Luka is very underrated in this aspect. He had 180 attempts and shot 48.6% from the field. That was the 7th highest for any player in the NBA. And looking at that group of players who took 180 field goals and shot 48%, once again, you have the most skilled players in the NBA. That being Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, Jokic, Embiid, Paul George, Devin Booker, McCollum, and then Luka Doncic once again. And if you aren't convinced Luka is one of the best shot makers in the NBA, maybe this will. On fadeaways, he shot 57%, on bank shots, 69%, on step-back threes, 36%, on floaters, 52%, and on turnarounds, exactly 50%. So once again, in a variety of shot-making skills, Luka dominates every category. On fadeaways, bank shots, step-backs, pull-ups, floaters, Luka on offense can give it to you from everywhere on the court, which is virtually unseen for a player who's only 23 years old. Now, also looking from a general offense perspective, Luka is still very impressive. This past year, he was second in points created at 50.6. When it came to pick and rolls, he ran 13.4 per game and averaged 1.01 points per 100 possessions. That was in the top 20% of the NBA for players with that volume. And when it came to ISO baskets, Luka was the only player who averaged over 20 points per game. And among those players who took over 500 shots, Luka was 4th in efficiency behind Zion, Steph Curry, and Giannis. So once again, he's in extremely good company with 3 fellow All-Stars. And looking at that list, you have Zion and Giannis, 2 of the best drivers of the basketball. And Luka himself is also very effective on driving the basket. This past year, he averaged 20.3 drives per game, that was 2nd in the NBA, and he ranked 3rd in field goals made at 4.8. And on those drives, he shot a very impressive 59.2%, and got to the line 3 times a game, which is 4th in the NBA. So this video right here was very stat heavy. I had to drill it home that Luka Doncic, offensively, is so versatile it'll make your head spin. And I think this upcoming year, in his 4th NBA season, he has playoff experience, he knows how to handle the season, he knows his teammates, and knows his overall role and standing in the NBA. So for 2022, I think Luka is going to be the breakout star and shock a lot of people, specifically in the playoffs. And I think Dallas, depending on the seeding, will be in the Western Conference Finals when it's all said and done. And why I'm so confident in that is because Dallas has Luka Doncic, the future best player in the NBA. Now with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, I'll see you guys next time.
I feel like in the playoffs, Luka's gonna do what he's been doing the last 2 years, and which I haven't been keeping up with the NBA so far because it's been football season, so I don't know where they ranking as far as playoffs go, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna make the playoffs. But in order for Luka and them to really be effective, I think they're gonna have to surround him with some more pieces than what he got now. I mean, looking at those guys that they say he's surrounded by, looking at them statistically, you might be thinking like, okay. You might say, yeah, they might be different. They might compensate, but it's a different story when it gets to the playoffs and for them to have to show up consistently in order for them to win. You know what I mean? Like, that's a whole different level as far as pressure and everything goes. But in my opinion, I feel like they're going to have to surround him with some different players. But his individual game, I mean, he's going to do what he's been doing the last 2 years. So, I mean, it's like we already know what he's going to do. It's just going to take the people around him to step up, and, fit into his style of play. But that is it for this video, man. If you guys did enjoy this video, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, click that post notification bell. Be notified on all things Rob Television. I'll see y'all next video. I'm about to stay in game.